So what did we discuss yesterday?
PI controllers using R locus method, how to arrive at the gain values in PI controllers using R locus method, and to design a controller in MATLAB, how to arrive at the values, gain values.
Okay. Okay. So basically, see, what is this controller called? Like, if if human being is controlling, which part is the controller?
Brain, sir.
It's the brain. Okay. So brain is the controller. So what we are trying to do with this is we are replacing the brain with a different controller. Okay. Replacing the brain. So how do you replace this? I'm just trying to recap a few things. So how do we replace this brain? So you have a controller. So this controller is a software or a hardware?
Software, sir.
So you don't need any hardware for this? You need, or how is it?
Yeah, actually both, sir. I mean, software and hardware both are
It's a combination.
Yeah, it's a combination, sir.
It's a combination. So you need some interface, okay, for which you use some electronics and use the program, okay. So you use the program and the board, the controller, and which acts as an interface to the system, okay. So what are you doing with this controller? How do you learn how much brake you should apply? Suppose you're driving a car. How do you learn how much brake you should apply, how much you should accelerate? How do you learn these things?
Based on the traction that the wheels are getting, sir.
Based on the traction.
It's like the distance between our vehicle and the opposite vehicle, sir. I mean,
Okay. So suppose the first day you're going to learn driving. Okay. So what mistakes you do mostly?
You brake too hard or you brake too less.
Okay. So these are some things that you do. Okay. So what is the problem? Why the brain is not able to do it on the first day itself?
You're not used to the rate of
because it's something new, sir.
Okay. So the brain is not tuned. Okay. The brain is not tuned. The brain is not tuned. Similarly, a controller, if you simply write a program, okay, with some values, and then try to use it for the system, what will happen is the controller is not tuned. Okay. So what do you mean by tuning? What do you mean by tuning?
understanding the rate of input in correspondence to the output.
Okay. So you're tuning the system such that we get the desired output. Okay. So why all these things are required? Why do we need to tune? Because the error that is coming out from the sensor is sensed, and then the controller has to give a signal. Okay. The controller has to give a signal to the system. So how much the value should be, that is to be determined. Okay, if that is not properly determined, then it is not properly tuned. So what are the methods you have discussed so far for tuning the controller? So the controller, basically we said we use a PID controller. Okay, PID controller. This is a type of controller, PID controller. So P stands for proportional, I stands for integral, D stands for derivative. Now what are the characteristics of P controller? What is the characteristic?
Rise time increases. Sorry, rise time decreases.
As P value increases, as Kp, okay, Kp increases, rise time decreases. Okay, rise time decreases. Then
Same as it goes for K also, sir. As rise time increases.
another one with this is overshoots. Okay, overshoot increases. Overshoot increases. Okay, steady state error decreases, but not eliminated. Okay, steady state error decreases. Fine. Now what is with the I or PI will say? Okay, what will happen? The rise time decreases, then overshoot increases,
steady state error eliminates.
Steady state error eliminates. Okay, steady state error eliminates. What about PID? Rise time, not much change. Okay, overshoot
decreases.
Overshoot decreases. Okay, and no effect on the steady state error. Okay, so these are the characteristics. Now, how did we? This is called as PID. Okay, this is PID. This is PA. The previous one we saw was P. So these are the characteristics. So, what was the method by which we tuned the PID the first time? PID tuning. We did a first thing what we did was a trial and error. First thing we did was trial and error. Okay, trial and error we did. Then
Ziegler-Nichols.
We did the Ziegler-Nichols method. And then on the third method we are doing is the root locus. Okay, so this is what we have been doing. We have been tuning the controller. Okay, we have been tuning the controller to arrive at the desired output. Okay, so to get the Kp, Ka and Kd values in such a way that the desired output is achieved. So this is what is called as PID tuning, tuning of controller. Okay, you have a controller, you tune it. So it can be done by trial and error. It can be done by Ziegler-Nichols. It can be done by root locus method. Trial and error is not preferred for control engineers because you study theory based on which you don't want to do any trial and error. You have to use some concepts which you learn in control engineering and then use it. You can use Ziegler-Nichols. What is the disadvantage with Ziegler-Nichols? There is overshoot is there. Okay, overshoot is high. It's not very less overshoot. So if you're not happy with Ziegler-Nichols, you need to again manually tune. Okay, you need to tweak the values of Kp, Ki, and Kd if you have to adjust it further. Okay, so what you do is you use the root locus method instead, and then tune it. Okay, so in root locus method, we said what is PID? The Kp is Kp only. Okay, I term is Ki into, what is it in Laplace transform? S domain. Ki into the P is the proportional gain. I is Ki into
Ki 1 by S.
1 by S. Okay, 1 by S. How do you get 1 by S? How do you get 1 by S?
Laplace transform.
Laplace transform of the integral. Okay, Laplace transform of the integral is 1 by S. What do you mean by integral here? What is the integral doing?
Adding.
Adding what?
Add all
Adding all the errors
and gains. Errors
all the
multiplying.
errors and multiplying with the gain Ki. Okay, it is accumulating all the errors and then multiplying with the Ki, that is the gain. What is D doing?
Subtracting
into KD into, what is the derivative? Laplace transform of the derivative. It is yes. Any doubts in this so far? Any doubts so far? Please ask. Any doubts? So what will this be? The summation of all these three. It will be Kp plus Ki by S plus Kd into S. Okay. So this is the summation of all three. Now, what are you trying to find out? You are trying to find out the value of Kp, Ki, and Kd for which the desired output is achieved. Okay. What you are basically doing is tuning. Okay. You are tuning it. You are tuning the controller. Okay. So we said we wanted to use a PI controller yesterday. So what was that? PI controller means it is Kp plus Ki by S. Okay. So if you take S as common, it is Kp S plus Ki. Correct. Okay. So what do you mean by transfer function? Output by input. Okay. So what is the transfer function to the controller? So this is nothing but controller. Kp plus Ki by S is nothing but the controller. Correct? For the PI controller, Kp plus Ki by S is the PI controller. Okay. So what will be the poles? Denominator. See the denominator. S is equal to
minus 1 and
S is equal to
What's the pole?
pole is the denominator. Okay. What is the value of this root?
0.
0. Next.
0.
0.
Real 0.
S is equal to, how much is this? Numerator. If you want to find the roots, it is kps plus ki equal to 0.
Minus
So s will be equal to minus
by kp.
AI by KP.
okay. So s will be equal to minus ki by kp. So we have 1 0 here, 1 pole here. What you need to do in the root locus plot? You need to add this. Okay, you need to add a pole, you need to add a 0. Okay, and then what do you get? You get this value. Okay, what are you doing there before getting this value? What do you do after creating a pole and creating a 0? What is that you do? After adding a pole at s equal to 0, after adding a 0 at s is equal to minus ki by kp, what do you do in root locus plot?
We check the plot, sir. We see if it is
You start tuning. Okay, you start tuning, meaning you are increasing the, you are changing the, what do you change? The pole positions. Okay, how do you change the pole position? By changing the gain. Okay, by changing the gain value, you change the pole positions. Okay, so what is GC of s into G of s for a PI controller? GC of s into G of s. Okay, suppose G of s is equal to 1 divided by s plus 1 into s plus 2 into s plus 3. What will be GC of s into G of s for a PI controller? It will be what will it be?
A
You can see here, this thing you need to add. Okay, kps plus ki by s. Okay, this thing you need to add to that. Okay, so it will be kps plus ki by s. This is what? GC of s, correct? Multiplied by G of s is what? S plus 1, S plus 2, S plus 3. Just a second. Okay, any doubts so far? How do you get the closed loop transfer function for this? So how many poles and zeros are there altogether? GC of s into G of s?
poles.
Poles are? Are you finding it difficult?
No, sir. 0 minus 1.
Poles are 4 numbers. Okay, 4 numbers. S is equal to 0, minus 1, minus 2,
Minus 2.
minus 3. Okay, these are the pole positions. What about zeros? How many zeros are there? How many zeros are there?
2, sir.
2. How?
1, sir.
only one, sir. That minus
One.
K.
S is
I
there,
gave
no?
the
Minus,
This S is there.
minus AI by KP.
One number, okay, 1 0, and then it is at minus KI by KP. Okay, so this is the 0 location. Now what we do in this PI controller, in the root locus editor, we change this pole location by varying the gain value. Okay, we change these pole locations by varying the gain value, from which we can get this value and this value. Okay, so once you are tuned it properly, if you have tuned your controller properly, if you are happy with the result that you have got, the output, then what you do, you go and get this KP and KI value. Okay, so this is what is PI controller means. Any doubts so far? Are you able to understand what we are doing? What will be the closed loop transfer function for this? How do you get the closed loop transfer function of this? How do you get the closed loop transfer function for this?
Divided by 1
G of s
GC
into G of s divided by
1 plus
1 plus GC of s into G of s. That is the closed loop transfer function of this thing. Okay, fine. Okay. Now coming to the PID controller with the root locus, what do you get? You get KP plus KI by S plus KD into S. Okay. This is the, what is this?
GC of S.
Yeah, GC of S, correct. Okay. So this can be written as what? KPS, sorry, it's not a subscript. KPS, P is the subscript. KPS plus KI plus KD S square, the whole divided by S. Is this a PID controller? Yes.
Yes.
It's a PID controller. Now tell me how many poles are there?
1 sir.
Okay, for the controller, S is equal to
0.
0, 1 pole. Okay. What about 0?
There are 2 zeros sir.
2 zeros. Okay. 2 zeros. Probably it will be complex.
Yeah.
Complex roots. Mostly. Okay. Mostly it will be complex roots. Okay. Do you understand this?
Yes sir.
Okay. In a PI controller, it was 1 real pole and 1 real zero. But in a PID controller, it is 1 pole and 2 zeros, and that could be complex roots. Okay. So how do you get the roots of this quadratic equation, right? Okay.
Yes
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Now we go to the MATLAB. Okay. So let's run this. Are you able to understand any doubts? Please ask. I've just repeated whatever we have done so far. Any doubts? Take some time for the controller to open. Okay. So in the meantime, any questions? Any questions so far? Any questions? Have you all understood whatever is taught so far? You're basically tuning the controller. Okay. How you learn a vehicle to drive. Okay. So similarly, you're tuning the controller. Okay. You're tuning the brain when you're learning driving. Okay. So similarly, you're tuning the controller to behave in a certain way. So that is what we are doing here. So you see different tuning methods here. Is the screen visible? Control system designer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have two divisions in that. One is called as graphical tuning. Another one is called as automated tuning. Okay. So in graphical tuning, you have the body editor, closed loop body editor, root locus editor, Nichols editor, and then PID tuning in the automated tuning. And then there are different other tuning methods. So we have seen PID tuning, but we have not seen it automated. Okay. You can auto tune as well. You can directly get the PID values, but we will not do that for now. But you have done the Ziegler-Nichols method through which you have done the PID tuning. And then now we are trying to look at the root locus editor. Okay. So here, suppose if I look at the compensator is nothing but the controller. Okay. Now, have I added anything for the controller here? Have I added any zeros or poles?
No, sir.
No. Okay. If I simply move these poles, okay. If I simply move these poles, what am I doing? If I simply move these poles, what am I doing? What type of controller it is? If I simply move the poles, I don't add zero, I don't add poles. Okay. I simply move this 3 poles which were there already. Okay. So what am I doing? What is this called? What is this called? Yes, anybody try answering.
This is varying the poles to find the step response, sir. Just random points in the root locus with different response.
Okay, what I am doing is tuning. Is this tuning?
Yes, sir, because it is
Tuning?
finding it. Yes, sir, you can call it tuning.
Okay, what type of tuning? What type of controller it is?
PI controller, sir.
Huh? What type of controller? You said PI. Biswajit?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I said PI, sir.
You said PI. What do you mean by PI controller? What is the requirement? KI by S is there. We need to add a pole and a zero. Did we do that? We have not added, no? We didn't do that. So what type of controller is this?
Just a P controller, sir.
Yeah, it's a P controller. So what are you doing in a P controller? You are varying the
one value.
you are varying the KP value.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I keep it here, okay, and right click and go to the edit compensator, I see one value 11.592. Okay.
Yes, so that's the KP value.
That's the KP value. Now I change it to different behavior. Okay. Now I right click and go to edit compensator. I get a different value here. Okay. What is that I'm doing? I am designing a P controller. If I don't add any pole or zero, I simply tune those poles, which is already existing in the transfer function. I am designing a P controller. Did you understand this? Okay. Yes, so what is the disadvantage with this? Why? What is the disadvantage? What is the disadvantage with this controller? Look at the step response and tell me. What is the disadvantage of P controller?
So that's the 8 vehicles, not right? I mean, 8 vehicles.
As KP increases,
The
rise time decreases. Rise time is decreasing. Okay. Okay. What is the disadvantage?
Overshoot, sir. You can see it keeps overshooting.
It is overshooting and also
And stability is also less.
Yeah. It's what I was.
Okay. And then what is desired output? It is 1, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and it's not.
Am I able to get 1 anywhere?
No, sir.
I'm not able to get 1 anywhere. Whatever I do, okay, whatever I do, if I just cross this, what will happen? If I cross this imaginary axis,
it will become unstable.
Unstable.
Oh, yeah.
It will become unstable. Now I should be in the stable region and then tune it. I should be in the stable region and tune it. Okay. But I am not able to get that 1 value at all. You see, 0.82, 0.83. Okay. I am not able to eliminate the steady state error with a P controller. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is what we observed even in Ziegler-Nichols. Even in Ziegler-Nichols, we are not able to eliminate steady state error. Okay. And overshoot is there. So now what we do, if we want a PI controller, we edit the compensator and say, I want a pole at 0. Okay. I want a pole at 0. And then I want a real 0. It has taken -1. Okay, let it be. Okay. Now, what is the type of controller?
PI, sir.
PI controller.
PI controller. Now, what do I do with this? I need to tune. Okay. I need to tune in such a way that I am happy with the output. Now you see 1 is easily achieved. Okay. 1 is achieved. The output, the desired output is achieved with the PI controller, which was not possible with P controller. Okay. So what am I doing? I am doing, what is this process called? Moving the poles. tuning.
Right.
Why this is called as graphical tuning? I'm tuning it in a graph. What graph? Root locus graph. Okay, I'm tuning this in a root locus graph. Okay, so you are able to get this desired output. But what is the problem? What is the problem with this?
The overshoot is there, sir.
Still some overshoot is there. Okay, that's a problem. If you try to reduce the rise time, you are getting the overshoot. Okay, so that's a problem here. Now I go to this and I delete this and then delete this also. Now I want a PID controller. What should I do? I want a PID controller. What should I do?
Add the this thing value, sir. Differential value also.
Yeah. How many poles and zeros did we arrive at? We discussed this, no?
2 zeros.
One pole is required. At what location?
0.
0. Okay. And then what you need? You need 2 zeros. Okay. You want to add a complex 0. Okay. A complex 0 is now added. Okay. So you see 1, 2, 3 and 4 poles are there and 2 zeros are there. Do you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You added 1 pole. Transfer function had 3 poles. S is equal to -1, S is equal to -2, S is equal to -3. 3 poles were there already. You added 1 pole at 0 and two complex zeros. Okay, this is a 0, this is a 0. How do you say it is complex? It is not on the real axis. Okay, it is not on the real axis. Okay, so that is why it is complex. Now what you do? You tune these poles. Okay, you tune this so that you get the desired output. So you can have the requirements. Okay, so this has some overshoot. If you want to reduce too much the rise time, yeah, something like this should be fine. Okay, so it has reduced the for this rise time itself. Your rise time is 2 seconds around. Okay, for this itself we are getting a little less overshoot than what you got from the integral. Okay, so derivative always dampens the overshoot. Okay, it decreases the overshoot. If you see for this rise time, if it was a PI controller, the value was some 1.5 or something, the overshoot. Here it is some 1.1, that's all. Okay, so you have reduced the overshoot by adding a derivative term here. Okay, so if you're happy with this, you can go to this and see here S square. Okay, S plus 1. Okay, and then you have the gain. From this you can calculate the Kp, Ki and Kd values. Okay, that we'll see how to do it next class. You just have to relate that equation. Okay, you had that equation Kd S square plus what was that, Kp S plus Ki divided by S. It is of that form. Okay, it is of that form, and you can get the Kp, Ki and Kd values from this. So we will continue in the next class. Thank you. Any questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Bye.